I am almost at the Schwartz family estate. It used to be my home. Memories of my past life have been lost. I never understood why. Oscar von Lipnitz, my uncle, mentioned the curse that afflicts our family. My uncle said I should look to the future, not the past. But that is not enough for me. So despite all the warnings, I've decided to come to terms with the mystery. Suzanne Black was also rather odd. Did my mother belong to the cult? I don't even want to think about that. Interesting reading, but this probably won't help me much in unveiling the past. My name is Ludwig Schwartz, and I am the son of Ilse Schwartz. I have serious concerns about my mother. I have known since childhood that she does not believe in the Christian God. Rather, she indulges in a strange religion somewhere underground near our home. When I was little, I tried following her movements several times, but each time I lost her in the ruins. She always disappeared as if she had fallen through the ground. She recently came to me and told me that the holy dog's head was ready, and that I could become its bearer. I didn't understand what she meant, and I began to worry about her mental health. After a while, she had stuffed dogs spread all over the house. The dog in the dining room has become a kind of altar at which our maids and my mother pray. Interestingly, she has never tried to infect me with her strange faith. Over time, I have grown agnostic, not sure what to believe. My mother once told me that I don't have to believe in the dog's head, because she believes in me, and one day I will be inextricably linked to her anyway. Her words terrify me. God only knows what she is capable of. I have not forgotten the strange disappearances of increasingly unsettled servants, a pattern that goes back as far as I can remember. I have to send to Munich for Dr. Karl Penner. He comes from a family of famous psychiatrists. Maybe he can help my mother. I never trusted what my uncle said about my mother, but she seemed unwell. I haven't even explored the ground floor yet. There's no point in going upstairs. Our family's past is rather dark. So many murders and suicides. I won't find anything else here. I'll try my luck on the first floor. I feel like my memory is coming back in places. I remember at the end of this corridor is my mother's study, but the door is reinforced to prevent break-ins, so I have no choice but to find the key. What do we have here? A wooden ladder from the entrance to the attic, but it's stuck. I can't seem to free it by hand. I feel like there was a secret passage in this library. As I recall, the switch should be nearby somewhere. The mechanism does not work. Perhaps it is missing a gear. The entrance to the attic is too high. While the boxes do tempt me to climb my way up, I simply can't get to the attic without a ladder. I feel there may be something important waiting for me up there. This is Ludwig Schwartz. I recently visited the State Archives in Munich to study my family history. What I've read sends shivers down my spine. Everyone in our family has died young, and ever since we moved to Bavaria, we have been haunted by legends about the dark cult and the underground shrines. Perhaps our family is cursed or rejected by God. If there even is a God at Blackwater Manor. Sometimes I feel like this house is removed from the rest of the world. But what worries me most is my mother's deteriorating behavior. She acts as if a demon were controlling her. And when Georgius visits, having wandered in from God knows where to purchase the estate of the now extinct Scheidenbergs, my mother is all the worse for it. Georgius is an ill influence on my mother. In his presence, she behaves even more strangely than before, as if two terrible forces were controlling her, one inside her, and the other in the form of Georgius. Recently, she has become angry, screaming at the servants and beating them with sticks. I pray that Dr. Karl arrives as soon as possible. Otherwise, I dare not think what might happen.
Why did you come here? Do you think you'll find your past here? The past is long buried. Do you want to become the gravedigger of your relatives? I admire your perseverance, but you should understand that all your efforts are doomed to failure. Get out of here while you still can, otherwise horrors await you. Horrors you can't imagine even in the worst nightmare.
How is this possible? How did I get out? Did the ghost help me? Never mind, I have to keep going.
Boy, do you know what an eternal damnation is? No? It is you who meets it. Forget everything dear to you, because there's nothing left for you. You even lost your memories. You want to compete with me? You, such a poor worm? Remember that your mother also betrayed you. She couldn't protect you when you needed it most. Why do you want to dig those old things out of the grave? Let your mother rest in peace.
The door is barred shut. Black family tomb. I don't have time to stop and stare. I have to find the secret path to the underground. This is Ludwig Schwartz. The situation at Blackwater is beginning to escalate. That snake Georgius is starting to act like he owns the place. He arrived from Verscheidenberg a few days ago with several fully loaded carriages. As I ran out in amazement, my mother approached me and joyfully announced that Georgius would be moving in with us permanently. From that moment on, he began to behave as if he had lived here since time immemorial. My mother has ultimately succumbed to him. The two sometimes don't leave my mother's room for days. Yesterday, Georgius told me that he would take care of my re-education. He insists I shall not remain an infidel. Out of respect for my mother, I hold my tongue, but I'd rather throw myself at him and kill him. I feel like my whole life has led to a dead end. What should I do?
That was some fault. It's a miracle nothing bad happened to me. So the rumors were true. This looks promising. I feel that I am approaching my goal. It looks like an abandoned mine. I wonder what the source of this terrible heat is. That eye looks important. I should take it, but without using force. I don't want to break it. What? How is this possible? That door was not open. door is locked. I'll need a key. Are you kidding me? This is Ludwig Schwartz. The situation at Blackwater is reaching catastrophic proportions. I feel like everyone's gone mad. I went to see my mother this morning. She is beginning to lose her senses. She cries one moment, then laughs the next. Around noon, she came to me and told me to go to the ruins behind the mansion this evening. She said that she had a surprise for me, but told me to keep my mouth shut and not mention it to anyone. She was shaken when I met her amongst the rubble. She told me I was in mortal danger. She put a vial with some liquid in my hand to drink. Now I hold it in my hand and weigh my options. Do I drink? Or do I not? What if it's poison? What if it's lethal? Would my mother poison me?
And what else? What do you want to do? Do you want to fight me? Your desire for the intoxicating smell of mushrooms brought you here. When you left, you became addicted to them like your mother. And over the years, your addiction has come back to life. That's why you went to Blackwater. You didn't know why you wanted to come here, but in the depths within your subconscious, the smell of those mushrooms was nagging at you.
What are you? Are you human or a devil?
Maybe a little of both. But most importantly, I'm your father.
My what? I do not understand.
That's when I engendered you with your mother years ago. She never told you about me and didn't do it even when I came back years later. She thought she would protect you from everything by keeping it all from you and sending you away.
But even if that were true, what's next?
You can either fight me or join my side. We can do great things together.
It's all so awful. My mind won't believe it. I don't want this. I want to get out of this nightmare.
It's too late for you, my dear boy. For those who once experienced the intoxicating smell of Meridian, there's no going back. Even if you left now, he would still come back.
I'm sick. And so ends my story. I understood that my next life would only make sense if I remained true to the traditions of my family. Therefore I will remain at Blackwater and restore the underground sanctuary, where I will worship the dark gods. I know that my thoughts are influenced by the mushrooms of the Meridian. I know they have enslaved my mind and distorted my character. But if this be my destiny, then it's far from the worst thing that might have happened to me in my life. My ancestors were fools, but with the new cult of the serpent goddess Echidna, which along with the Meridians will begin to spread throughout the world, I will become a demon, ruling the masses similar to Georgius. I'm already looking forward to it.
So, you've come this far? Congratulations. Now what happens next? Do you want to be like me?
Yes, I do. I want to be a powerful being like you.
Just as you stand here, Many of your relatives have stood before you. They longed for the same thing, and did you see how they ended up down in the desert? The green mushrooms have confused your head.
They may have failed, but I won't.
You still don't understand, you fool. I killed them. First, I used them for my purposes. Then they died a horrible death. Their souls will suffer forever here in this place among worlds that are neither hell nor heaven. Only one king can sit on the throne, and that is me. I warned you to leave, but you couldn't resist the lure of the green mushrooms. Your mother thought she saved you by erasing your memory and sending you away, but in reality, it merely delayed your death.
You're my father. Why would you want to kill me?
Oh, that impresses me. Isn't this our little family reunion? Fool. You haven't understood anything at all, and you're still trying to play upon my feelings. There are no more boundaries for a being like me. By the way, the copper pole at the entrance to the tower, it's ready for you. You'll follow the fate of your relatives. Goodbye, son.